So little time. Hi, Ian. Well, I haven't finished programming it yet. Oh, I didn't tell her how to make them, huh? Alright. Different project. We're not working on that right now. Then sleepy in. I only got like an hour and a half, maybe. Maybe an hour and a half. Probably closer to an hour, maybe even less than that. I have so little time. Okay, I need to get all this assembled, all this together. Not really a way I can get that without breaking it. Yeah. There. Okay, so now I'd rather. Okay, so we're gonna have this be. Okay, let's say that this is the block. One goes here. And goes here. I don't even know if we can do more than 2. I do need this here. Need this here. Need this here. That's required. We're going to need to place and break. We got to place Certus. Oh, place, collect, and or place, break, and collect. Well, the break and collect should be the same. Why did I think I needed 3 sides with formation stuffs? Or planes, I mean. Okay, so we have one underneath that is going to be the fortune one. That one goes on the bottom. Just like that. Or the annihilation. That's the annihilation. That's right. You need a side to break from. So that's the wrong one. Okay, so not that. Give me those. One of these needs to get Silk Touch added to it. Which actually I should do that now. I just dumped it. Dagged freaking stupid. So I need Silk Touch. I get Fortune. Because we need to change Silk Touch for Fortune. So we got to go in here. That one. So I think it's that one. No, it's not that one. That was it. Got Silk Touch now. Okay, we need to add Silk Touch to this. Okay. Okay, we got Fortune back. Now that I look at it, yeah, you can go higher than Fortune. What the frick? What's up? What's on my pick? Fortune 4. Is it summer again? It's late spring. I need my silk. Take off the woolly socks. Woolly socks off, silk stuff on. I wish this was a single item so that I could just keep it in my backpack or something. Or the backpack has like, if this had a thing over here for changing your gear, that would be really nice.
That was Curious compatible.
I guess it would also need to be Curios compatible too, yeah. Maybe one of each. You could change out your armor in one thing, or you can change out your Curios stuff in another thing. Have backup slots and just change them in and out. It'd be very nice, because that's really annoying.
Right?
Hi,
Hello,
Galware.
Hello?
Hello.
How have you been?
I'm fine. How you doing?
All right. How's the play?
It's going well. I am
Good.
stupidly nervous about learning all these freaking lines, because I'm playing a reverend in it, and of course he's got to say all the long-ass lines about what's going on in the Bible and stuff like that, and that's lots of memorization that I'm really not looking forward to.
Oh boy. Yeah,
That's a word for it.
That does not
A
sound
set
like
of
fun at
words.
all. Yeah, lots of words. How expensive are those thorium chests?
They're not expensive. It's just slight teething. Yeah, they're not really expensive at all.
Someone's playing this hardcore? Can't imagine.
Where'd you see that? What?
Someone's playing Gravitas hardcore. That's hilarious.
I mean, technically, once you get to this point, it's very, 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 very possible.
Right. So it's a somebody just published a YouTube vid of Gravitas hardcore episode 1. That's hilarious. Wonder how long that's gonna last. Could end very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least it's not as nasty as, you know, those tarantulas and snakes and everything else, and hard rock. There are lots of gotchas still, though. All right, so let's talk our project.
Let's talk what?
Power production.
Our production?
Power.
Power. P.
Power.
Yeah, I did want to get to that.
Now, if you have something else on your mind.
Well, I want to work on the thing, this crystally thing right now, because I don't have much time.
Right? Yeah, I know. I get it.
Just, I mean, keep talking, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's really hard to nail down, but we did upgrade the rotor holder here and the rotor, and all by itself, this makes 160,000 EU or RF tick. So, trying to figure out that I think this uses about 300 nitrobenzene millibuckets per second.
Not per tick, per second?
Per second, 300, yeah. So I ran the numbers, and for our current production, we're looking at, where'd my, oh, I'm sorry, my computation spreadsheet went away. Where did my gen numbers go? The hard part is that you have to figure out it. The only way I can figure out how to do it is to say you need 100 and if you make 100 millibuckets a second of nitrobenzene.
100 millibuckets a second.
100 millibuckets a second.
Mm-hmm.
You need 1,200 and so 12,500 RF per tip.
$12,500 RF a tick.
Yep.
Per or total is the question.
That's for 100 millibuckets of nitrobenzene.
Right. But we don't want to run one.
No, so you figure out what's our usage going to be.
I mean, right now it's 4.
Right now it's 4. Each one of those is using 143. millibuckets a second.
I mean, that's easy math to start from that one because, I mean, with 100 millibuckets per second and 12,500 RF per tick, you just divide it down, it's 125 RF per millibucket per second.
125 RF per tick per second. So if we ran all of those and we're making essentially 500,000 RF per tick, we need 150,000 RF per tick in nitrobenzene production. So it's roughly, what was that, 1/5, 1/6? Yeah, those numbers aren't, those numbers aren't right. Let's go back. Yeah, so each of the current generation is 143. Call it 144, round. So it's 144 millibuckets per second of nitrobenzene. So 144 times 125. There's the number there. There's the number there that's missing. No, that's right. Times 4. So that's 72,000 RF per tick. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that we're about to make a change, right? We're about to upgrade these. And the question is, how high do we upgrade them? Because our this rotor here,
Well,
it's broken.
you can think about that, but what we have a baseline. Any improvements is going to be able to run off of that and better. So that's okay if the previous tier makes a little bit more than the next tier needs. You don't want it to make a little bit less.
Right.
So that's okay if we upgrade it further and it becomes more efficient.
Well, there's two upgrades, right? Come up here and look at this. The rotor holder is an upgrade to the power generation and usage. So it went from 409 millibuckets every 2.5 seconds or so to 1280 every 4 millibuckets. Every 4 seconds. Blech, sorry. So when we upgrade the rotor holder, we change the number of recipes we can run in parallel, and when we increase the fuel usage. When we upgrade the rotor, we make it more efficient, or generate more power for work.
Okay.
So
upgrade the number of recipes you can run in parallel?
Right. Now come over here and look at this. See, it says 1,280 recipes in parallel.
Yeah.
If you come over to, well, this one's broken. You go over to one of these. Well, no, let's just grab the rotor out of this one and stick it in the lower folder. So same rotor, lower tier holder.
Doesn't say nothing.
Now, does it say something?
640 recipes in parallel. What does that mean?
So, that's new. Oh, goodness. So, what that means is it burns 480. So, the LV tier recipe for gas turbines is one recipe, 1 millibucket of nitrobenzene in 2.5 seconds or something. So this is doing 640 recipes in parallel, but it also takes long. It also allows it to burn longer. So it's 640 divided by 3.95.
Okay.
So it's 162 millibuckets per second of usage. Whereas if you go over to these, which are a lower rotor and the same holder, they say 409.
Okay. I'm switching the turbine back. Turbine rotor. I'm switching the turbine rotor blade back over to the left. There. Okay.
Yep.
So this is 1,280 recipes, but it does the 1,280 recipes over a 4.3 second period.
Right.
That's not confusing in the frickin' least. Jeez.
So it's 1,280 millibuckets every 4.3 seconds. So that's just under 300 millibuckets a second. And 409. Yeah, so if we upgrade the rotor holder, we massively increase the amount of power it generates, but we also double, and that makes sense, we double the amount of fuel it burns.
Per second.
Yep. We double the amount of fuel it burns, and we double the amount of power output.
So that sounds like the same efficiency.
Yep, efficiency is the same.
It's a lot of work for the same efficiency.
Same efficiency, double the output.
Formation plate. Did I not do? Yeah. I could have sworn I had a formation plate. Okay. It's fine.
So I guess that's the question, is how do we handle the tiers? We want to just put them in completely separate power system?
I want to stack them all up in a giant pile.
So in terms of batteries, you want a separate battery for tier 1, a separate battery for tier 2, a separate set of batteries for tier 3, which is where...
I mean, what I would prefer is one big... Well, I mean, that does make sense. To have it be so that the power coming from tier 1 goes into tier 2, and then the excess goes into main. So yes, you wouldn't want to have a battery for each tier. And did we just... Is this the best batteries that we can make? The Flux Network ones?
I probably not. I think the best batteries are probably, I mean, for a single block, this EV battery right here is 400 million, but these are 128 million. But the power transfer rate of the EV is limited to 100 and what was that? 131,000 RF per tick, and these are unlimited. So there's a
Then
capacity
that's
and a
better.
rate.
I mean, I'm also betting this is probably a hell of a lot more expensive than these.
Well, these are just obsidian and redstone, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Repeated over and over again, yeah.
Repeated over and over and over again. And
I mean,
you know,
and you
each
could
one of
just like
these
connect
is-
them up to be supersized battery of green.
right? There is a power station. I don't know much about it, but they apparently get massive.
Like a Greg Tech power oh. I mean, it probably has transfer rates that are comparable to, I'd say, Greg Tech.
Yeah. And you use the substation energy hatches.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gotta use the bathroom. Give me a second.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we should probably stick to those. I think that once I figure out the automation of the crystal thing, I think I need to re-tackle the automation of the flux stuff. I think that needs to be a thing, because I did not understand how it worked, since it was explained to me poorly by somebody in particular. But now that I understand it a little bit better, I got to relearn it again. It's been like a month since I've made any. I could probably figure out a way to do that with Create, combined with AE, of course. And then automating making those would probably be a breeze, since it's just throw in redstone, smack it with obsidian, collect profit. Are you muted?
No, not muted at all.
Okay.
At all.
You weren't saying anything. Well, it looked like your head was bobbing like you were talking.
I was talking to myself.
That's what I thought. Yeah, okay.
Oh no. So, I mean, the infinite power transfer rate of these, even if they're going to get outshined by the second tier power capacitor in the power substation. I mean, we might end up with a Brit of these, but I mean, and each one of these is 216, 6 cubed, the basics. Each gargantuan is. It's still going to be cheaper than the power substation, but
Yeah.
we may. I mean, at some point we may say, "Oh, we can go for it." But until then,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have room, and once they're placed, they really don't do anything but sit there and glow.
right?
So.
And, yeah, I don't know if you caught this, but this I'm pretty proud of this little IED system here that actually measures whether or not the system is empty enough to need filling. It actually reads the NBT out of this and gives you a true false if the system's low enough that then is used to drive the boost power. So
Nice.
it's kind of cool. It's I don't know. I haven't done a whole lot in ID in a long time, and it took me a little bit to figure out how to do it. But
How much
pretty
does
cool.
one of these hold?
128
Is
million.
each one? These are each 128.
128 million. Yes.
Okay, because I was wondering if that was the total in the network or if that was the total in each individual one.
Yeah. The max in the network is 3.5 billion, roughly. So,
Okay.
which is a good start. The doubling will continue.
Yeah, this feels like one of those MMOs where you start by doing like 5 damage to a rat, and you end up starting to do like six characters of damage later on.
Right. That's that's one of the things with Greg Tech, I guess. Can we make a turban? And not a titanium. HSSS. Can we make one more? It says we can. It might take a while.
The system's not doing anything else right now.
Now let's do it. Thinks we can do it. And we're gonna just jam it on the power here. And these are all set to 2, right? That's it.
No.
Autocraft troubleshooting, here we go.
Oh, I'm out. Okay, hold on.
Oh, why is there creosote in my output tanks? What? Oh no. No.
You're thinking you can put anything in there.
What's going on is it is putting it in the side, and it wasn't fluid locked, so when it ran out of
Yep.
wood tar, it just
It was
whatever
happy
it
to put
wanted.
whatever you wanted in there.
Yeah. It's not good that it's out of wood tar, though. That's for darn sure. $4,000.
It's not crafting that thing. Yes, it is. Never mind.
Yeah, it just takes its time. Four point 14,000 buckets. Very nice. And that was drop after rock. Oh. You know, suspect malfeasance from the ID network when it's just me being dumb with under IO. Very nice.
I gotta move it all up by one. Dang it. Alright. Crap, what was that?
Sorry, say that again?
I'm trying to figure out what I just did.
Ah.
Is a formation plane. Yes, that was a formation plane. Right. There. You got up. Storage goes up here. You need to move. Elevation point, portion 6. That goes here. You have here. Actually, no, you stay the same. was helpful. Teleport myself into the ground. It didn't do anything. Except teleport myself into the ground. Very helpful.
Absolutely.
This one, that can all be the same network because it doesn't freaking matter. I have no sandwiches.
Uh-oh. I still have 10 left. There were 16 last time I looked, but it's been a bit.
There still is.
Very good.
And the camel's still stuck.
That's awesome.
Not for the camel.
No. Not at all for the camel, poor guy. But, you know.
I mean, unless it's comfy.
Could be.
This needs to be up. That's going to be moving that. So that's... Wrong one. There we go. That needs to get a storage bus, which I hadn't placed yet because I hadn't put them yet. So now we put that there. Those get broken and get stored into that. That's on network. That's on network. That's on network. I'm going to tell them to make more. Glass cable, please. That's all powered. Will be going to this block. And it's going to be those formatting here. That will only. That's. That will be those formatting here. That will only break it when it's ready. When it's a Certus block. This will break it. Break only if it can go into here, which are Certus quartz crystals. Now we need to make the flawed budding Certus quartz. The first thing is I'm going to need an annihilation plane specifically for picking those up. So let's put that. I think we're going to put it in this corner here. Like right here. I'll put a piece of glass there, it's fine. Annihilation plane is going to go right here. We need a facade to complete the block so that nothing can get past it. That's too far. And now we need a dispenser. Oh, this is gonna be the trouble part right here. I gotta tell a dispenser, empty yourself when you got some crap in you.
That doesn't seem like it's gonna go over.
I mean, it's really easy to do in vanilla Minecraft. There's a really easy cable setup for that. I don't know how to do it in this cramped of a space, though. This is pretty cramped.
Yeah.
And frankly, if there's something in it, it should just fire. So there shouldn't be a reason to not have it fire all the time anyway. So it could just put it on a simple clock. A nice, slow clock.
There's a couple of probably good options for that here.
I'm hoping
There should be.
there's a cuckoo clock.
I think there's got to be a good redstone timer. Nope, that's not it.
You can put a lid on basins to make ethanol.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's crafted with a clock. I don't know why, but a basin lid is crafted with a clock.
Oh, that's very strange.
You put sugar and bone meal in the basin, close it, and it creates ethanol, which you can pump out. Interesting.
Yeah, I think they're looking at adding more mechanics to that too. I think there's more processing that's doable in the basin in the newer releases.
Does it show that crafting recipe anywhere?
Fermentable and bone meal.
There it is. Basin processing. Can be used to make apatite from an apatite dust. Okay, so interesting. Certus quartz from Certus quartz dust at a 70% chance. That seems bad.
It does.
So they did add a whole bunch of things for this.
If you use distilled water, the chance goes away. And it's certain.
Which is not difficult to get.
Not for us
Spider
anyway.
eye. So you, a sugar, a spider eye, and some water will make you a fermented spider eye and ethanol. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, it's another way to create dough. Yay!
Super useful.
Oh, it doesn't just use sugar; it uses bone meal and any fruit.
Any fermentable. Current life fermentable.
That's interesting.
That was okay.
that is a mechanic I have never seen. Anyways, clock.
Have you seen the create centrifuge yet? I haven't ever made one, but I've seen the pictures. I saw the recipe.
I have seen the pictures. I have never seen it used because every single recipe in there seems to be completely useless.
Well, at our tech level, absolutely. I think they're trying to make it so that you can use it earlier in the tech tree.
Well, I've seen them in another mod pack, and in that mod pack, they all seem to be useless. That's why I say that. I don't know about this one. I'm sure there's something that's useful in this, but I don't know.
Oh, we're burning benzene.
338 recipes in it. I wonder if it works, if it produces at the same rate. In pure hematite dust in a centrifuge in Gravitas will do 11% magnetite dust. And in that one, it does the same chance. Interesting. That's kind of a question of how fast does it work? And also, is it like some other stuff in Create where you can load the crap out of it and just let it rip? For instance, our ore smelting and just, our basic smelting needs are done with an infinite throughput.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is limited only by how fast it can be. It can go through the thing underneath it. Not the dropper, the chute, the smart chute.
Right.
Which can only take 64 at a time, if you tell it to. The tier would usually indicate the percent amount with Greg Tech. So the centrifuge would get the percent would be better as it goes. Yeah, chance per tier 11.11%. Okay, so each tier gets better. Yeah, you are correct, Fiendmaker. That's a good point.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to use the centrifuge for most things when you have higher tiers available, but
I guess you would use a centrifuge
tiers.
If it's something where it's always 100% chance.
Yeah. And there's several recipes for which the percent chance doesn't change.
Yeah. Ones where you have X number of items in to get Y number of items out. Like I'm looking at the samarium to samarium dust, iron dust, and arsenic dust. Why you would want to do that, I don't know. To undo all the work that you've done, sure.
Yeah,
but it exists.
It exists. It's Greg Tech for you. Lots of ways to do and undo things. Thankfully, this version at least has separated them out so they don't get in the way of seeing other recipes, for the most part. But yeah, in the centrifuge, you don't see them. Because they're all kind of mushed together.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Fiendmaker. It's a little late to set it up. That's the problem right now. I really don't want to go through building this thing and setting it up for small amounts of benefit.
Pretty small.
I mean, I guess it's good for processing oil sands. Because you don't really care if you get the sand. You just want the oil. Yeah, yeah, I'm not clicking 338 times. Where's Hun?
Yeah, no.
I need to go check up on Hun now. Be right back. Hopefully. Probably not. I might be right back. I'm going to say that again because I'm going to be honest. I might be right back. Because it's late. This is a only somewhat scheduled stream, and I want to get stuff done, but IRL is still interfering. So, you know, I might be right back. Oh, hold on. I could do the whole follow Galmare thing, though.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
There we go.
Alright. Watch me in picture here. Oh boy. I'm just staring at his village tower going, sleeping up? That. This is the bottleneck right here, is our wood tower permission. And we're burning nitrobenzene. So we're using up a little bit of nitric acid. We're waiting for the last rotor to form. Got 11 more HSSS dust to go. Can you even see anything on the screen? Yeah, I can see the jade at least. So making for those fine HSSS ingots. We are broadcasting this board. Going. Ten ingots to go. Not sure what the point of the tungsten on it is. Dust is. We have better do that. Right now we're making an HSSS turbine. Just need 2 screws. Making a turbine blade. And the HSSS rotor. So this is going to be amazing. Oh, you don't see it. 97% durability. I guess it goes down every 4 seconds, so it takes longer for it to run down. That's just burning a lot of nitrogen. This one's empty, so we're replacing that rotor. Yep. So this blast furnace has got 5 ingots to go. We're not using the RTM coil. Just HSSG. Alright. Sure that's not running. we're bottlenecked on wood tar production. But I think as soon as we, yeah, so we've got a completely full ammonia production system here, and every time we make more ammonia, or make more nitric acid, we use 1 ammonia and 3 or 4 oxygen. So it's 1 bucket of ammonia. Which enough for you. Sure produces water too. So the process, ammonia oxygen comes in here, nitric acid goes out. Nitric acid goes in here, sulfuric acid comes from elsewhere, goes out, and so the nitration mixture ends up here with distilled water and benzene, make nitrobenzene. And the burn rate of the nitrobenzene, see, our power system just filled up again, so it turned everything off. Just filled this up. So now it's back down to 2,000 out, in, completely full. So we're maxed out tower here. So this. Draining. So let's look at blue system is producing 24,000. The power flow there. This is that 24,000. This is 43,000. This is just fully draining. And the rest of the power transfer is occurring there. Can't really see it. Twitch. This is just stuck at 24,000 out. 24,000 out here. 24,000 here. So this is just a power transfer section. Thus the gens go traveling that way, and this battery's slowly draining. Alright, well, we're close. How close are we to done? Almost done. So, yes. We have turbine rotor. There is an HSSD turbine in there. Yeah, there they are. I think that rotor speed is going to go up by another 1,000. On and burn more. The question is, are we going to be still net positive nitrobenzene when we're running two of those and producing? So this is still slowly filling nitrobenzene. This is just running its heart out. But see the coal gas is not running. change this over. Full gas is full. So we're going this 10. More nitrogen in here. Disconnect the steam input. Nitrogen. Now, you'll have Rolox. Ah, need to get this. There we go. So, and this will start making charcoal. As fast as that would. Let's see for my positive. Why isn't this running? Oh. So the redstone was never pulled out of it. That's too bad.
I have a quandary.
Yes. I have an answer.
No, you don't.
I might not be a very good answer. I have an
Okay.
answer.
This is for everybody watching the stream.
Okay.
Is everybody who's watching the stream paying attention right now? This is the warning to look at the stream. Look up. There is something to look at.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This just showed up in our house. It is
Turtle
an
people?
image. It's an image. It has the feel of like a mouse pad that's sewn around the edges. Has an image of baby sea turtles going to the sea. Rubberized back with two straps. We have not the foggiest clue what this is or where it came from. It just showed up in the house. I have two elderly people who both get really confused sometimes. One a little bit worse than the other. And I have 30 years going on 3 daughter that comes home from her day program school thing, and sometimes random things come home. But now, one theory is a visor for a car, a visor cover for a car. The problem is the picture's this way, which makes it more confusing.
That is most confusing.
Are you doing a reverse image search, Gideon? You might have found it? Really? No way. By the way, Hun was upstairs watching a movie and was bawling her eyes out.
Oh. Which movie can you share?
I have the foggiest clue. Let's see what it is. What is it? Yeah. I am extremely curious what Gideon came up with, because we haven't the foggiest. How easily does it bend between the straps? Oh, yeah. A tablet cover. We haven't even it's not square. It's quite long.
I thought about a tablet cover.
What?
I thought about a tablet cover.
You thought about a tablet cover, but it's not. There's no edges.
No, and the way the straps are, it would go over the actual screen.
Yeah, this will go over the screen, yeah.
It would go over the screen. There's not like... Yeah.
Okay, when I say it's not square, Kristen, I mean, I know how, you know how a tablet's like this? Well, it's more like that. It's like double the width that a tablet would be of a comparable size.
The aspect ratio was wrong.
I thought about a tablet cover, but it can't be that.
What a mystery.
Wasn't arguing with you over the definition of a square. I was saying what I was thinking when I said square. Well, see what Kristen's typing. Look what Kristen's typing.
Well then.
He just typed.
Well then. This is escalating quick.
Look at.
And you know what Pops said? It wasn't there when he vacuumed. Now I don't have to worry about Kristen. I have to worry about you being nice to Kristen. Trying to turn my head.
But you didn't look. In that case, now are you going to argue?
Oh my damn square! Yeah, and it's got this. It's almost like, but you couldn't even. You can't even pretend it's a mouse pad because the straps definitely make it
Bumpy.
bumpy. Yeah,
Bumpy.
bumpy.
What are the dimensions? I'd say about a foot by 6. 6 inches by a foot. It's about twice as long as it is wide, yeah.
And it's thick like a mouse pad, but and grippy on the bottom.
Gideon said it might be a car armrest cover, or I mean, an armrest cover would. There's no armrest in.
The straps would not make that work.
Yeah, the straps wouldn't make that work because you would need to have an arm that. I mean, it works on this. It has to be an armrest that has nothing underneath the front half of it, like this particular. Well, I now have a new armrest cover.
Now have the toidles. The toidles fit on the arm of his office chair. So, I know
When you're ready.
you just went and was looking for me.
Mm-hmm. And look, and who was upstairs an hour after what would be normal bedtime, watching a sad movie?
It wasn't a movie. It was a show.
That didn't give you a better excuse. Okay.
I think I found it.
Daddy died. Gideon said, or not Gideon. Galmare says he might have found it.
What?
I'll post it in the Discord chat.
The actual.
He's posting it in the Discord chat. That's a very long link.
Yes, it is. I could probably make it shorter if you'd like.
Center console cover, baby sea turtles.
Yeah, there's. I'll fix your link, Pat. There you go.
Non-slip. What?
I'll put it in Twitch chat too.
Reduce a push on your elbow. This is exactly what it is.
Go Gideon.
Oh, I'm bringing this up. How much you want to bet your mom's gonna go? Oh!
Your face.
show it in use.
I mean, am I wrong? That's what it looked like to me. Well, you called it.
No, that's it. That
Ian.
is exactly it.
I just Googled baby sea turtle armrest cover because Gideon said that and looked at the image search, and it was in the first row. In the sponsored section, nonetheless.
None of us have a center console. Wait, over the lid to the center. Okay, so it doesn't go over this whole. So it goes on the flippy lid. On the, okay, all right. That makes more sense.
So Gideon called it. I just did the Google. That's hilarious.
You dad, you not. Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Well, it does make sense if you want to put it as a decoration in your carving maker. Some people like to do decoration-y stuff in their car. You know, like putting a cover on your wheel, your steering wheel, not for grip, but because you like pink flamingos.
Right. Well, the picture definitely reminded me of like Space Coast, Florida type stuff. You know, Jupiter Beach, Pogo Beach, that sort of thing.
It reminds me of sea turtles.
Yeah, that the artwork reminds me of stuff I've seen in tourist traps and on the Space Coast.
It's just so random, and nobody knows where it came from. Who orders that? And it's like, I don't know what it is. None of us drink. None of us drink. None of us do drugs. We're not that bad. There's some... What the hell? Who doesn't know they ordered that?
I mean, $15 probably, roughly. I don't know.
Yeah, not those kind of drugs, though, Kristen. You know what I mean. Not mind-altering. Unless you count caffeine. A lot of caffeine. Well, not a lot of... I'm on enough caffeine. It's like an impulse buy from a mall kiosk. But again, wouldn't you know you did that?
Yes, you would.
Yeah, we'll see. We are literally in stream of a guy who says can't remember crap. But
It's a physical thing. It's easy to remember physical things.
I'd remember that. What?
Okay, so your folks
I guess if it's all beat up and you want to cover it with something.
My folks are still dumbfounded.
And Mercari, anyway, our folks are still dumbfounded, but he did say, now we need to check in with your sister and the kids. How it ended up where it did in our kitchen is a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is so funny.
Let's check in and figure out if it was somebody's and it floated around.
I was about to say Happy Father's Day, I swear.
So, Ben, I know that you have already stepped away But should we go brush our teeth so we don't snack? And by we, I mean you, all night.
Want a banana thing? You missed it when I was eating those while you were not looking. I tossed them in here.
Calypso's like, you rang. I heard the drawer and I heard
Crinkling.
crinkling. You tossed them in there. When did you do it? When you were cut with the thing for the dog yesterday?
When you said you're not going to go up and snack or something like that, and you went and started brushing your teeth, and I tossed them into there, into my mug.
These are okay.
They're pretty good. They're not the world's greatest, but they're pretty good.
Banana kick. I see what you mean about the banana tastes good.
Yeah.
Within them.
Then the puff is like
The puff is just
the
like,
puff underneath the banana stuff is just a puff.
and that's it.
Don't you like how much work I'm doing?
I saw you in Spectator. All right. Well, I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
But we just had puffballs.
So you don't snack anymore tonight.
Well, no, finish it. There's like 3 left.
They could be finished tomorrow.
There's like 3
I
left.
had one, you just had 2. That leaves another serving for tomorrow. Come on, let's go brush our teeth. Come on.
Hell isn't.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Let me finish up the stream. I'll finish up the stream and I'll be right there. Okay. Yep. You know what's coming.
Oh yeah.
Look at how warm my character is. I wonder how that happened. See, you go into all the areas that are the hottest in the area, and you just hang out there for ages and don't care.
Yep, pretty much. I think I've only gotten heat stroke once, but I can remember.
Well, yeah, but before you get heat stroke, you're drinking so much more crap.
That's true. I do drink a lot of extra fluids, but you know,
I bet.
that sounds like something I should be doing IRL anyway.
And there's a lot of times that I've heard you started taking random damage because you haven't drank it.
Yep, that's true too.
I guess
Not
I'll have to
being-
get back to making that thing work later on. I got close-ish. Needs a clock. Needs a clock or needs a dispenser that knows to shoot out stuff when it's full. I haven't figured out that part yet.
We need more extract. That is not
Well, this sounds good. All right, I'll see you later, Galmer. I'm trying to say Gideon now. Now Gideon's in this. The G's are messing with my head.
okay. G power.
It's also in Discord. It's in streamer mode right now, so all I see for your name is G. G. ... That adds to the confusion. All right. I'll see you later. Have a good one.
All right. You too. Take care.
Okay, I am going to go tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'll be on as soon as I can. And, we'll be doing Spelunky. And then I need to go at night because I got stuff to do. So I will see you then. Send you guys. I'm betting Sal's on right now. Sal is on. Well, so's Captain Q. Captain Q doesn't have as many people as Sal right now. So we're going to go see Captain Q playing Kaze and the Wild Masks. I have no idea what game this is, so have fun with that. All right. But it's a holiday. You can't not stream all day. Yeah, I still I still got a janitor. And I still got I still got to do stuff. It's not a holiday for me. All right. Till then, all best tips and resubs by you guys we survived, but that's gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a good one. Bye bye.